seek advantage. Again, good and bad in every scenario. If you make a choice today and it doesn't exactly play out to the way that you wanted it to, seek the advantage. Advantage is always there and it always works. When coming in front of a decision, make certain that you are maintaining your focus on the positive. So even saying something to yourself as simple as, I'm going to make a choice, and regardless of my choice, I will derive from that choice the advantage and what I can use to keep me going towards that goal or that lifeline, right? And simply do not acknowledge what can possibly go wrong. Because remember, any script has elements of both good and bad, right? And it's up to the transurfer to derive the good from any script, scenario, lifeline, situation, sector of reality. It's all there and it's all available. So it's about where your focal point lies, right? So when you come up in front of a decision, a couple of choices the next time, this is what I suggest that you don't do, right? So don't ask yourself, is this right? Like, is this the right one? Is this the wrong one? Is it right that I make this move? It's right if you make the move, if you choose it to be right. If you've made the move and then you tell yourself that it was the wrong move, it's going to become the wrong move. It's absolutely up to you. It's not up to your world. It's up to you, right? So asking yourself, is this right? Is this wrong? And then what if I make a mistake? Again, getting down to it, if you deem it a mistake, it's a mistake. If you deem it exactly what it is you need to facilitate growth, or gaining knowledge or whatever, then that's what it's going to be. And really viewing choices that I've made since becoming a transurfer, what I like to say to myself is if I choose to do something and it doesn't to work out seemingly the way that I would have intended it, at the absolute bare minimum, my gain is that I know at least that I had the guts to do the thing in the first place. But if it failed, I derived from it lessons and experience and the knowledge that I will then take and apply to another choice, right? So there's no loss. There's absolutely no loss. Saying to yourself, I can't do it. Okay, so again, this is really not transurfing at all. I've seen some people in the community actually take this stance that something presents itself to a person and they say, oh, well, I don't feel I have the ability to actually move on that. So here's the cool thing about transurfing. Again, if you do not, I didn't have the ability necessarily to move on what I'm doing with TransurfingTV, but I started it, right? And in starting it, I initiated a script, and with initiation of that script comes the opportunity for me to cultivate the ability to do the thing. It's the other way around than how we typically perceive it. Sometimes we come in front of something that we don't necessarily have the skills to do. That shouldn't hinder you from setting the intention to cultivate the abilities to do the actual thing or to make the decision to do the thing. You hear what I'm saying? So when you come up in front of it and it's there, don't say, well, I can't do it, so I'm not going to make the choice. Make the choice to do it and learn as you go, because this is really like a fast track for gaining a new version of reality, a new skill set, a new life track, an entirely new trajectory for yourself. As long as you have initiated that script, your world absolutely will present to you all the ways that you can learn how to do the thing and see your way towards that end frame. It's kind of magical and really miraculous, because with this sort of knowledge, you can make a choice to do anything, even if it's seemingly very, very far from the version of reality that you're experiencing right now, and you can achieve it, just like I'm achieving doing this, right? Just like I'm achieving doing this. I don't know what to do, so I will do nothing. So this is one of the ones that I see all the time. It's shocking. People people being so indecisive, not willing to initiate that script. So they don't know what to do. So they just choose to do nothing, right? Again, initiate that script and your world will present to you the ways in which you can move towards that version of reality that you intend to experience. Don't regret. In my opinion, regret now for me means that I didn't extract the benefits and the advantage from previous situations to the extent of my abilities. It was me living a version of reality, which I don't really regret anything, right? But if I do look back on my life and I'm like, oh God, I could have done that differently. What I didn't do right in that version of reality was really extract the experience, the advantage, the lessons, all that kind of stuff. So don't really regret anything from this point out. Make certain that whatever choice you've made for yourself, you are continuously extracting from that choice as much as you can, especially if it doesn't work out. Because again, you take that stuff with you and you apply it to the next thing. And it's like you just grow bigger and stronger and more experienced. And before you know it, all those, failed options are now exactly what is fueling your success. It's pretty awesome. And don't fear, obviously. Again, this or that, what should I do? Don't fear making a wrong choice. Really, what you should fear is the frozen state, because it's in the frozen state that there is no evolution, right? As I've been thinking a lot in my own life recently, there's evolution or degradation. It's just one or the other. There's not a lot of just being sedentary and stagnant. I'm either devolving or I'm evolving. So don't fear making a choice. Fear not, moving at all. Don't fear a choice not working out. Fear not moving. And I know that's kind of weird, like, well, I don't want to fear anything. And you shouldn't, but not moving is the thing that's going to really not allow you to create a reality of your choosing, right? That's exactly what's going to hold you back. So just act, just move, just get yourself moving. If you don't know what choice to make right now and you've got a couple of them, just move on one. You will naturally, again, getting back to the soul frail, if you are living the truest version of you, you are going to naturally resonate at the frequency of that higher lifeline specifically intended for you and merge with that version of reality. So it doesn't matter what choice you make, as long as you're staying true to your soul frail, you're going to start moving in that direction, right? So just act. Seek advantage. Again, good and bad in every scenario. If you make a choice today and it doesn't exactly play out to the way that you wanted it to, seek the advantage. Advantage is always there and it always works every single time, literally every single time. I've never had an experience being a transurfer where advantage didn't play out beautifully, right? Back yourself up. So this is a big one, and this is a really valuable point in not being down or hard on yourself or feeling bad when something doesn't work out. When I make a choice and later I look back on that choice and I'm like, well, you know what? I guess it didn't play out exactly the way I thought. I could have probably made this choice instead. I stop myself and I'm like, no, Renee, you made that choice in that moment with the information that you had available to you. You made the choice to the best of your abilities, and you're not going to compromise your feeling of self, your frequency, all that stuff, and bring yourself down a level by doubting yourself in the past, right? So backing yourself up is absolutely key. And last, before I wrap this video up, don't look at the mirror, right? So if you've made a choice and you feel really good about this choice, like your heart and mind coordination told you, yeah, this is the thing for you, and you've initiated that script. If stuff is playing out in your reality, in your mirror, right, that is seemingly against you, or maybe people are being critical of you, or maybe your world is telling you like you're not doing it right, or some other kind of like funny message, it doesn't matter. As long as you continue to act in the direction of your choice with heart and mind coordination and create and remain on that script, all of that stuff in the mirror that is like showing you that you didn't choose correctly, it will all fade away. And what will remain is the product of your heart and mind coordination, your action, your thought energy, your frequency, building and gaining momentum towards that end frame. And your mirror will, all that junk, all that garbage will tune out, and everything that you are creating will start to show in that mirror, right? So don't let the initial noise or the initial you're not doing it right, or this isn't for you, or here, let's show the way that you're not being successful. All that stuff will quiet down. But the key is that you don't look to the mirror and say, oh my God, my mirror's showing me that it's not working, so I may as well abandon my choice, or I made the wrong choice, let me now choose another thing. Set the vector of the flow and just go, and continue to keep going, right? And do not let the image in the mirror at any time affect your movements. Stay focused on creation, stay focused on the what and the why, right? The what and the why. So what it is you're doing and why you are doing it. And if you can stay focused on that, doesn't matter what your choice is, you will be successful. You will get what it is you intend to have. But don't doubt yourself after the fact, and don't not make choices because of the fear of choosing the wrong thing. This is the most valuable point. So with that, I will say goodbye to you all. Thank you again for watching, and remember to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.